What's going on, YouTube? Yes, I am still here, and yes, we are still working on the Nova. Today's video is to get you up over the last 6 months of everything that's been going on, where I have just been an absent YouTuber and haven't been uploading any content. I'm sorry, it's just been crazy. So we're just going to cover high-level stuff. This is going to be down and dirty video, no time-lapse, no fancy video editing, none of that crap. It's just going to be me telling you what the hell went on. And right off the bat, you're going to see plan changed. Before we get into any of this, real quick, I finally finished my wheel cribs. It took 2 years to do that. It's sitting around here. These things are awesome to be able to work underneath the car. Any of you that have them know how great those are. But I finally just finished them. Okay, so why is the firewall not painted, and why is the drivetrain installed? Well, I was being a dumbass, and I was trying to force getting paint on the firewall when I am nowhere near done with fabrication modifications that are necessary to this car. We still have a lot to do, and during the course of the last 6 months, I've realized that it's going to be wasted material, money, effort, labor, whatever you want to call it. It's going to go to waste. So stop being a stubborn prick. Realize you're not going to get what you want, and do things in the proper order. So that's what we're doing. So no paint on this for a long time to come. And the drivetrain is installed, and it's actually permanently attached. It's fixed. It's located where it's supposed to be, and it's solid. If it was ready to run down the street, we could do so, right? And it won't be coming out again until we're done putting everything back together and figuring out what modifications and fab work we do need to do. All right, enough of that. Let's cover what's happened over the last 6 months, and this is, again, just high level, real quick. Thanks to Sean again. Thank you, buddy. Over on the Chicago garage, he recommended to me that the Vintage Air system actually makes a bulkhead, and those are AN fittings inside and out. It's a super cool product. It was very easy to install at like 20 minutes. They give you a little template, give you the drill sizes that you need to drill the holes, and it's very cool. I love it. It's awesome. I wish everything was that fucking easy. Okay, next up, I had the bulkhead, the electrical bulkhead connector for the LS controls and stuff, right? I didn't know where I had the space. I didn't actually measure how much room I had back here to install it. So that told me I needed to put the motor and transmission in to locate it, but you see it there now, right? I just wanted to make sure I had enough room. I wasn't going to kink the wires and stuff, getting it to bend up into the back of the motor, rub against the bell housing, melt insulation, or whatever, right? That was only 10 minutes. You just drill a hole and, reconnect the bulkhead connector and put the lock nut on. That's it. It's super easy. 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 2.5 months. This was dark days in the garage. I was not a happy camper, right? And I'm glad that I didn't upload any of the content that I recorded, because it was not, I was not in a good frame of mind. Let's put it that way. So, why? Well, we swapped to Holley motor mounts. This is their clamshell mount system versus the old dirty dingo plates that connected to the factory small block Chevy motor mounts to the factory factory subframe engine stands. It's nice, don't get me wrong. The whole Holley system is nice. It's just, when you add in installing these things, I can't even. Let's just put it that way. It was a fucking pain in the ass. The motor mounts were nowhere near as bad as the transmission crossmember. I've had the Holley Blackheart Racing transmission crossmember for 6 years, kicking around the garage. I lost half the damn hardware of it. My garage ate it, or I lost it, whatever. But dealing with that transmission crossmember was even more of a fucking pain in the goddamn keister. Any of you who have ever done this on a F-body, X-body, comment below. We can commiserate together, because everybody knows the fucking pain of installing these things. I knew it was going to suck. Just knew it. And it was bad. It's not fun. So, Holley, you make a good product, because it really, really stiffened up my subframe. It brought it back into alignment, or brought it back into square. Even it being a little wonky, and it made it super rigid. It was always really wobbly. Now it's solid, super solid. But your installation, man, you guys know, make it fucking easy on us. You just don't. And it's a fabricated installation. You just drill holes. I don't call that fabrication. But man, you do not make it fucking easy. Let's just put it that way. And I cheated. I took the subframe out of the car thinking it would be so much easier to install it. And it probably was a little easier not having to fight with the floorboards. But trying to get the subframe back into the car, that was a fucking clusterfuck. It took me almost 2 full days of trying to get this bolted back up. 4 bolts to get this back in. No bueno. And on top of it, I just realized, like today, that my subframe is not in alignment. I've been fighting trying to get my fenders like aligned, put back into place so I can get my hood installed and measure clearances and stuff. And I was like, why are my fenders so far off? It doesn't make any sense. And I'm like, the subframe's not where it's supposed to be. Let's measure it. And yeah, it's off. It's over this way. It's over this way. It's twisted a little bit. Yeah, I am not looking forward to fixing that. But before I can fix it, I got to finish a few things where I have it up on the cribs. So you see these shiny brand new headers. These are nice. I love these things. It was one of the reasons why I was going with the Holley system is I wanted the Holley hooker headers. But I dropped the steering box. You don't have to drop your box to get the header installed. You're supposed to actually take the main bolt out of the engine plate that connects to the clamshell and lift the motor up a little bit, and then you can get the header in. But my box is bad. It's got a dead spot, so I was like, fuck it. I've got to drop the box. I'm going to be replacing it. So when I go put the box in, then I'll lift the motor up a little bit and get that back in there. I just got to figure out which box I'm going with. So that's one. The other thing is I'm actually rebuilding my starter at the moment because the starter is the factory 1999 180k mile fucking starter that came with this truck. So I'm rebuilding it so that it's not going to fail on me shortly after I get this thing running. Once those 2 things are done, then I can actually get this off the cribs and fuck with the alignment. I did just hook up when I put the transmission in, I actually installed the new torque converter. When I say new, it means I bought it a couple years ago. But it's all got fluid and everything in, and I just bolted it to the flywheel. Again, super easy to do on your back with it up on the cribs. So great work there. And there's a bunch of other things going on. Like I said, I'm fucking with the starter. I got the wiring harness up on the table over there because I'm trying to figure out what wiring I'm keeping and depending what I don't need. That'll probably be a video all in itself because I'll probably be asking for help there. This will be a video of showing you guys how to get your fenders into alignment using shims and, positioning and, what connects to what, the neck bone connects to the chest bone and your head bone and all that bullshit, and it all interferes with everything. It's just it's the joys of working on an old car like this. Okay, so the next couple of videos we're going to be bouncing around on a whole bunch of other stuff, and we will have more videos coming, I do promise. We're going to be doing some mechanical work. I'm going to be buying parts and throwing them on here. We're going to be doing metal work. We're going to be doing body work. We're going to be doing electrical work, plumbing. We're going to be jumping around. And the reason for that is just timing. When we have things to work on and when we don't, let's work on shit that doesn't require consumables or parts or all that other shit. There is a ton of shit I need to buy for the car. There's a ton of fucking metal work that needs to be done. So we got tons of shit to work on over the next however long it takes me to put this car back together. But the plan really is let's get this thing driving under its own power, moving, stopping, all that other good stuff. We're gonna probably take it for a spin at some point, and it won't exactly be road legal, but we'll take it around the block a couple times, fuck around, enjoy it, see how it sounds, work out some of the kinks, and then we can disassemble, do final body work, sealer, paint, clear, cut and buff, and then final reassembly, right? It sounds really easy talking about it like that, but we're going to be disassembling and reassembling parts on this car so many times. But the goal is let's get it to a completed product, right? It won't have glass or interior in, but it'll be mostly complete so that we know, hey, I got to drill a hole here, I got to do a welding here, I got to fab up some clamp or some type of something. You get the drift. Okay, questions, comments, you guys know what to do. Drop it below, happy to answer them for you. Hit the like and subscribe if you would. I do appreciate that. It helps me keep motivated to keep creating this content. And thanks for watching. I'll catch you on the next one.
later.